Okay, this is a video that I've wanted to make for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been trying to give certain things a chance, but the chances are over. Today, I'm quickly going to give you my views on the DC universe. Honestly, I've always been a huge fan of Marvel, so of course this is coming from a person who is a huge fan of Marvel. However, I also used to be a really big fan of DC. When I was little, some of the first superhero movies I saw were the original Batman movies. I think my favorite Batman movie is Batman Forever. Campy, funny, but it was a good storyline. Actually, none of those were really good movies, to be perfectly honest, but I mean, as far as Batman movies back in the day went, that one was pretty decent. But DC continues to be consecutively inconsistent. And now they've released a Justice League trailer that seems to be a complete 180 of what their norm is. DC is known to be more serious in the past few years. Not so much comedy, although I wouldn't call the Justice League movie a comedy per se, but not so much jokey, I guess. And of course you see the Suicide Squad trailer and you're like, what universe is this in? Because this is clearly not the norm for DC. Which is good. It's nice to break outside of your walls every once in a while. But they've kind of made a name for themselves, and that name isn't that good. Let's talk about the facts first. DC has no loyalty to their characters. And that started back way in the day with the original Batman movies, where they cast someone new as Batman every movie. I think Val Kilmer was the only one to play Batman twice in that universe of Batman. And Val Kilmer was good, but then you had Clooney in there and Keaton, and it was just a different Batman playing off of the same Robin. Then, many moons down the road, you get a trilogy with the same Batman and the same characters, except for Katie Holmes, because her husband is crazy. So you have a solid Batman playing in a trilogy, and the trilogy ends, and once again you are rebooting. That seems to be the theme of DC a lot lately, is we're gonna reboot, 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 and there's no need for it. Your Batman movies aren't that far apart that you have to consistently reboot your series. You're starting off with a fresh palette of Batman, you have to build up all of his characteristics again. It's like, how many times do we have to see Bruce Wayne's parents get killed? But now you have Batfleck, who... Sorry, I wasn't a fan. I know. But I couldn't even finish the movie. I got about halfway through it, stopped it, and had to Wikipedia the end of it because it dragged so much. There was nothing in it that kept me interested, and that seems to be a consistent theme in most of your movies also, is that it's just long and talky, not a lot of action, and when you finally get to the action, it's 5 minutes, and then it's over. You show all of your action in your trailers to draw people in, and that sucks. Not to mention the fact that, spoiler, you killed Superman in a Batman movie. Yes, Superman dies in the comics. It was a 1992 arc where he is killed in a fight with a huge monster. Okay, fine, but that was his own arc. That's like a Superman movie. It doesn't make sense that you've killed him off in this Batman vs. Superman movie, and now he's dead. But then you go and you make a Justice League movie. The Justice League was well established before Superman died in the comics. And now he's dead, and you've got Batman running around with Wonder Woman trying to pull people together so they can go and fight justice without Superman. He's like 50% owner of the Justice League. And then you're gonna probably bring him back in this Justice League movie like, oh hey guys, wasn't really dead, haha. Like, now we have to wait for him to come back in this Justice League movie somehow, crawl himself up out of his grave and be like, hey guys, I was just in a super coma, LOL. No. Like, it does. It's almost like if you killed off Captain America in the first Captain America movie and then tried to make an Avengers movie after without him. It wouldn't make sense. But you know what else doesn't make sense is bringing in the guy that kills off Captain America in the comics and killing him off 5 minutes into a Civil War movie. So yes, while Marvel doesn't have the huevos to kill off your characters, and I do commend you, DC, for having the balls to actually follow through with plans, I'm sorry, it's just not enough anymore. Back to consistencies. You made a Justice League movie, fine, because you're trying to keep up with the Avengers. Let's be real here, you are like 20 years behind them. Making a Justice League movie, and you've recast everyone. Again! Granted, you have kept Batfleck, and you have kept the wonderful woman that you had playing Wonder Woman, who honestly was probably like the best part of the Batman versus Superman movie. But you've recast your Flash and your Green Arrow with people that we don't know who they are, and you have to reestablish characters. Again. You have a perfectly good Flash in Grant Gustin, and a perfectly good Green Arrow in Steve Amell, who I guess are too young to be in your Justice League movie? How does that make sense? The kid in the trailer looks like he's 10. And ooh, he dodged a batarang. Anybody can do that. Anybody can move past that. If it was a train, I'd be impressed. A batarang? Please, you just go. Done. So, not only have you screwed yourselves by casting new people in these roles, you've killed off a fan base connection with the people that watch their shows on TV. They have primetime slots, people. They have a huge fan following that will come see your crappy Justice League movie just to see them. And yes, I understand that a TV universe is a completely separate universe of the movie universe, but why does it have to be? I mean, Marvel has a movie universe and a TV universe, and those two have collided. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., for instance, Sif showed up from 4 to be on several episodes of the show. And I guarantee you that when Infinity Wars drops, the world's gonna implode. Mine is anyway, I'm so excited. When Infinity Wars drops, they've already casted 40 plus people from the Marvel Universe to be in that movie. I can guarantee you that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people most likely will make some kind of an appearance on that movie. For Christ's sakes, they brought back people from the original Hulk movie. Not the original Hulk. They're dragging in people from their movies that they have had for years to come into this movie. Marvel sticks to their people, sticks to their fan bases. They pay attention, and they have a brand. They have a very successful brand because of consistency. So now you've got this Justice League movie where you're trying to be campy. Like, all of a sudden Bruce Wayne's cracking jokes. I mean, yeah, he cracks them in the comics and he cracks them in the cartoon universe, which, by the way, if your cartoon people were writing these movies, it'd be a whole new ball game, and Marvel would be shitting themselves, because some of your comic movies are unbelievable. Although, spoiler, Barbara and Batman and the Killing Joke guys, no. And yes, I understand that all of my rants are coming on the basis of a person who is a very large Marvel fan, but that does not mean that I don't have my qualms with Marvel too. However, you will notice that the title of this video is a rant about DC, not Marvel. That video is for another day. I feel like I'm breaking up with an old boyfriend or something, but I just can't keep committing myself to these movies when I know they're going to be consistently boring and probably bad. And now Suicide Squad's coming out in a few weeks, and I have a lot of friends that are excited about this movie, but I just can't make myself excited about this movie. Jared Leto as the Joker is crazy. And it's like, oh yes, he's the Joker, he's supposed to be crazy. No, I'm not talking about the Joker. I'm talking about Jared Leto and his method acting. The Joker's probably the last person you want to method act that hard, i.e. see Heath Ledger. Too soon? Sorry. But sending dead animals and condoms and everything else to your actors to prove that you're the best Joker? I don't know. That's gross. And I feel like a little unnecessary. I don't know. I've been let down and burned so many times before, I'm not even sure if I can submit myself to it. What does this all mean? In retrospect, DC, I'm kind of over it. You've tried so many times through the years, but I'm just not impressed anymore. I'm not excited about your movies coming out, and I don't think I've been that excited about your movies coming out since The Dark Knight. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for you guys anymore. And I'm sure there'll be 100 million opinions on this. Everybody has an opinion about the Marvel and the DC universe. I'm just gonna stick to Young Justice, the Justice League cartoon, the Batman cartoons, Batman Beyond. You're seeing a theme here. I'm sticking to your cartoon universe. Oh, and Grant Gustin on The Flash because that show is amazing. And that's it. I'm sure you guys will have a lot of opinions about this if you see it. Please leave your comments below. I feed off of your negativity. Or if you have something positive to say, I would appreciate that too. If you guys want, you can follow me on Twitter at juggles_geese. You can also follow me on Instagram at jugglesgeese21. I'm sure at some point I will be making a Marvel rant too, because I do have things to say about them also, but this one was just fresh on my mind since all of that footage just came out from San Diego Comic-Con. And I would very much recommend you guys going to see some of them. I put some links down below in the info so that you can sort of watch what I'm seeing. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye!